All right, welcome back to Responsibly Irresponsible. It's your boy Cliff here with KP.
Yo.
We got a special guest for you guys today. Andre Lee. I know him as Andre Lee. Some of you guys probably know him as DreLee863, Lakeland, Florida rapper, man. He's a good friend of mine. I'm glad to have him on. Say what's up to the people, Dre.
What's good? What's good? I'm happy to be here. I've been knowing Cliff since like middle school, you feel me? We go way back. Used to smash him in Madden all the time.
Oh, okay.
That,
you feel me?
let the record show that is a lie. But
we go way back though. I'm happy to be here though, bro.
For sure.
I'm happy to be here.
Now, Dre, man, just to kick it off and get right into it, you've decided to start making music in the last, it's been like 2 years now, right?
2 years, yeah. It's going by fast too.
Yeah, that's usually what happens when you enjoy what you're doing. Like, so now I personally know you, and we played sports and stuff growing up together. We was into a whole bunch of different things, and I have to be honest, I don't think I seen this route for you. I don't think I seen you going to the music lane. So I was trying to like, what made Dre Lee pick music as his form of expression?
To be honest, bro, I was always into music, but I kind of like restricted it because of like the stigma that came with like being a rapper and things like that. So I always kind of like hid it a little bit, you feel me? But I was always into music just as much as I was into basketball. Like I used to like, me and my homeboys, we were like rapping to the fan, trying to sound like T-Pain when we were little. Like we used to do stuff like that. I used to always be with it. And like I just finally it took me like 21 years to finally just say I'm gonna pursue it. But like I've always been into it, and like once I started it, once I got the ball rolling, I just been dropping nonstop, and like it's a way to express myself, you feel me? Yeah. It's a way like I just feel free whenever I do it. So I'm glad I wish I would have picked it up early and just not cared what people thought or like how people would perceive me and things like that.
No, so that's real.
Respect.
Like, I respect you a lot for that. I respect you a lot for that because I mean, it don't matter what you're creating. Like you're spending time and you're putting your heart and your effort into these things. And I definitely want to ask too, like now that you are someone who is, producing content for people, of course you're gonna have people who love it and rock with it, and you're gonna have people who don't like it, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
How has that been with your mental so far when it comes to dropping your music?
I grew up on Kobe, bro. So I'm like a Mamba mentality, like shoot or shoot type of like, you're going to miss, some people going to hate you, some people going to love you. I just try to stay tunnel vision with it and just keep shooting, really, bro.
Yeah.
Like in order to score, you got to just shoot. So that's kind of the mentality I have. I mean, the people that it's not meant for, it's like, it's not meant for them, and the people that gravitate toward me, I'm grateful for them. And like, I'd rather have it that way anyway, because I feel like I can connect more with my fans. It's more intimate, and like I feel like we're all like growing together, as opposed to me going viral for being like a clown or something like that. You get what I'm saying? And like people love you 1 week, and then like once that's not cool no more, like 3 weeks later, everybody forget about it. So it hasn't really been too stressed out on my mental. I mean, I some days I have time. I go back and forth with the Twitter trolls a little bit,
Oh yeah, the Twitter trolls. Oof, yeah.
Every now and then, have a couple hot takes. I have very strong opinions, so I kind of just let my music speak for itself because I don't like offending people and things like that.
All right. Well, this is the podcast for you.
Yeah. Trust me, I've known you all my life, and I'm someone who too has strong opinions, and this is probably why we were friends for so long. But
I have one question though.
Yeah, go ahead, KB.
You were mentioning the stigma behind rapping, and you didn't like that. Can you explain kind of what that is? Because I don't know.
It was like growing up, your parents expect you to go to college and make good grades and like do all of these things that society deems the norm. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like imagine just coming home one day and like, yo, mom, I want to be a rapper. Like, she's gonna look at me like I'm crazy. you get what I'm saying? She's gonna look at me like I'm crazy. So that's when I really like got into it when I went off to college, because I had my own dorm. I had my own, like I was free.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I could do whatever I want. But it was just not wanting to let the people that loved me down. You get what I'm saying? But it came to the point where it's just like, I gotta live with myself. Like I gotta do something for me. You get what I'm saying? And like,
Absolutely.
and a lot of it I think was a lot of it I feel like was on me, like mentally, because like she supports my music and like she streams on music and she watches my videos and stuff like that. So it could have just been me second, like doubting myself the entire time. But in the back of my head, I was like, cause she always pushed like making good grades and like I couldn't play the video game if I made you know, so like
Yeah.
I was always just like school. So it's like, what, you want to be a rapper? Like what? Like, you get what I'm saying? So I always was like, when I started rapping, I was they didn't know, like a lot of my people didn't know, like my family members didn't know at all. Probably we were dropping about 2 mixtapes before they figured it out. Before like the fan base just started growing, and then my cousin was like, "Oh, did you hear da da da?" And then they was like, "What?" And then it was like, "Yo, you rap?" And I was like, "Yeah,
that's
man,
awesome.
something like that."
That's
like,
awesome.
Something like that.
Yeah,
that's dope.
That whole you know, I guess it's like a formality when, I mean, we're in kind of the same generation. You're what, 21, you said?
I'm 23 now.
Oh, you're 23?
I was 21, yeah. Me and Cliff, we should be the same age.
Yeah, I'll be 23 in December.
Okay. All right. So yeah, our generation, I'm 25. So yeah, in our generation, like when we were kids, is very much like, okay, you go to school, you get good grades, you go to school for something, and then you do that, and that's your life, that's your career path. But now I feel, and what we have been stressing on this podcast since the beginning, I feel like, is the fact that our creative works and what we love to do can be our secular job as well. If we want it to be that way, we can make it to be that way. And
definitely,
I feel like parents at our time of being children, you know, they didn't understand that because that really wasn't a thing. Being a rapper was kind of like, okay, like you only saw rappers when they were like celebrities, not, I feel like SoundCloud rappers and like these, you know, rappers that are just growing from like these different apps and these different ways of posting didn't really become a thing until we were older. So the parents back then, you know, they didn't really understand that. And now it's a totally different mindset. Like YouTube is becoming a normal thing to do just, you know, for a side hustle and even to make a career out of. So, you know,
definitely. And gaming too. Like you saw how much money Ninja made off of playing a video game.
Yep.
Like I wasn't allowed to play the video games if I got a bad grade or I got in trouble or something like that. You get what I'm saying? They used to yell at me all the time, like, all you want to do is play the video game. And it's millionaires off of the video game.
Yeah. I think it's not, I don't blame our parents for that. I mean, I don't blame the
No, I don't either. No. Because they don't understand.
Like, times just changed.
Yeah. I don't think many of us foreseen the internet becoming like what it is.
Yeah.
It's so crazy, so powerful right
now. But
now.
As of right now, like the parents that are still being that way, that's just ignorance. And I think that is like them not seeing where the internet is today. That's kind of like, it can harm the upbringing of like this younger generation of these, you know, older generations being like, oh, the internet's bad. Oh, the internet is just, nothing good comes out from the internet. And that's completely false. Yeah, there's a lot of bad things on the internet, but I mean, that's with everything. You just got to make the best out of it.
Yeah, it's a balance, you know? It's a balance. Like I have a 2-year-old cousin. If I hand him my phone, he knows how to go on. He knows how to unlock my phone because my password is all zeros. So I taught him how to do that. He knows how to do that. Click YouTube, and he can't spell. He knows how to click the microphone, and he'll say like Batman, and Batman pops up. You get what I'm saying? He knows how to do that. And like every time he wakes up, that's the first thing he asks me. Like, no, can I get your phone? I'm like, yo, you haven't ate. You haven't done nothing. You get what I'm saying? You haven't done nothing productive. So it's like, when I think it becomes problematic when it's like that. I was like, no, you got to read a book first or something like that. You get what I'm saying? Or something like, it's just not going to be like, yo, I'm gonna just sit on the phone all day.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I just think it's a balance. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it also a matter of, if you're on technology all the time, whether it be on your phone, whether it be on your computer, playing video games, you know, making music, making beats, it's, you know, what you're making, that you're not just like taking in stuff, you're actually making something. And I think that's a big difference compared to just contributor. Yeah, exactly.
Contributor instead of just consume. Like I think if you consume, you kind of get used to that, and you fall into almost like
a
A
trap.
vicious cycle almost. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas if you are taking the opportunity to create, which I mean, I'm saying this as someone who does it now, and Dre is you too. It's not easy to start doing it and to have the self confidence to be told like, oh, bro, you know what you're doing, this sucks, bro. I don't like this or whatever. You know, not saying that's happening, but
Hmm.
you know, rejection isn't something that we run towards usually, and you know, we all want to be liked. So,
Yeah, and not seeing success too is a big thing for at least me. When I tried streaming for a while and I didn't see anything. Like I had 0 viewers for a longest time. And that took a toll on me, and I stopped streaming. But now it's like I have this podcast, and we don't get a lot of views or listens, but it's something I enjoy doing. So I'm here for it.
Exactly.
exactly. And so now that we know, you know, you kind of got your mental down, and I'm happy to hear that you're so comfortable and you're self aware,
And you're so
especially
confident.
as an artist now. So what like
Definitely.
what is like your inspiration right now? Is there a particular artist? Is there a particular movement? Something that is inspiring you to want to make music?
Some of my inspirations, my biggest inspiration musically, I would say would be Lil Wayne for sure.
Okay.
Lil
Okay.
Wayne for sure. Like everything, I personally think he's like just impact wise. I think he's like the greatest rapper like of all time. Like he's my goat. Like how the older generations, like Tupac is their goat. Like just the way that he impacted everything. Like from everybody having Lil in front of their names now to
Yeah.
the face tats to the dreads to the everything.
To the
like
drip.
everything. Like everything that's hip hop right now is. I feel like Lil Wayne did it first. So he's definitely my biggest musical inspiration because he was just also so diverse too. Like he had like a rock side of him. You get what I'm saying? He can really rap. He could do everything. Some other inspirations I had that was closer to me, closer to our generation. I was a big fan of X and Juice
Okay.
WRLD, as a matter of fact.
Okay. Yeah.
Got you.
I was a big fan of them too. The inspiration, it really all depends, man. It all depends on how my day is going.
Yeah.
To be honest, I do like make a controlled effort at trying to make sure that I'm not just rapping about BS. You get what I'm saying? Because I understand I have a platform and like I have people that, you know what I mean? So I try to put conscious messages in my music. At the same time, I try to have fun with it as well. And I think I balance it out pretty good.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
I respect that for sure.
definitely Lil Wayne, Drake, of course. Like I said, X, Juice WRLD. I'm a big fan of Kevin Gates. I'm more a fan of him as like a person. I probably listen to more interviews than I actually listen to his music. I think he's a dope person.
All right.
That's interesting you brought that up because like honestly, I've noticed a lot of more of the artists and the athletes that I consider myself fans of. I
Mhm.
find myself listening more to their interviews more so. I mean, not that I don't listen to their music or watch their content and stuff, but like the interviews with people who are successful and who are so confident and comfortable with themselves. You can learn a lot from just listening to them speak.
Definitely. And Russ too. I gotta say Russ too. I like Russ a lot.
I was just getting ready to bring Russ up.
I read his book. His book is dope.
And I just finished it maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's an
Definitely.
amazing book. It's an amazing book. And I feel like he's
Definitely.
very misunderstood.
He is. Everything he's saying, he's right. Like he's right. I just think
Yeah.
hip hop, I think he gets a lot. His delivery could be better. His delivery
Some
definitely
of us
could be
aren't
better.
good communicators, and that's Kanye, one of the
Yeah.
worst communicators ever. Kanye
Yeah,
literally like he
'cause-
sucks at communication, but he can make music.
Yeah, I checked out of Kanye a long time ago. He hasn't been mentally stable for at least 5 years. That's
It's
me
like-
being generous.
Unfortunately, like I said, a lot of people, you put a microphone in front of them, they may have complex thoughts, and they just can't spit it out the right way. And like, that's just how it is for some people.
I don't
Yeah,
I don't
man.
know. I don't I'm the opposite.
I don't. Yeah. How do you feel about it, bro?
About Russ, back to him. I don't know about Russ, man. I've heard some of
He's on the
his
fence.
I've heard some of his interviews and like some, his. I'm not a fan of. He does music, right? Too.
Yeah, he's a producer,
Okay. Yeah.
rapper producer.
But I've seen some of his interviews and he just seems checked out all the time. and his philosophies and like the stuff he says just feels very like regurgitated.
In a way, it is somewhat regurgitated. I mean, it's coming from people who have inspired him. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie. For someone who is on the outside looking in, like if you don't know much about Russ and you just kind of just see what the media feeds you of him, yes, I was one to say I was like, I'm not sure if he's really my type of guy.
Right.
But like once you and like honestly, I don't even really listen to his music like that. I love his mindset. That's it.
His
Like,
music is dope too.
Yeah, and I
listen to
love
his
it
music.
because he makes his own stuff. Like he's from the ground up. It's like I'm literally gonna give you all a book review. Like if you want to learn more about Russ, who he really is, his personality, why he is the way he is, definitely read the book. And it's not even that long, and it's such a really good read. Like, and I say this as someone who maybe like 4 months ago was like, I don't know about this Russ guy. He's a little cocky for me. He's a little But seriously, like it's good stuff.
I mean, yeah, I'll look more into him, but just like you said, I guess looking from the outside in, he just seems very checked out all the time, and like I don't know, like it just seems like he says the same thing over and over again, and just he's in his own loop. I don't know, but that's just my hot
you're
take.
Not the only
I guess.
person who feels that way. Trust me, there's a lot of people. I wouldn't say he's
it's
the
a
most
lot of
loved
people
person
that
in the
don't like
industry.
him. Yeah, definitely.
So for sure. Now speaking to your other inspirations, you brought up X, Juice World. I'll even talk about Russ too. I know back when I was in school, when I first seen you start rapping and stuff, I would send you, I would like DM you some stuff on Instagram. Like if I seen somebody like a rapper who like just the hustle, of, like getting their music out, or like, oh yeah, like this is the dope like marketing strategy that you could probably try out or something like that. Like what's take me through the process of how you are trying to get your music out, how are you distributing, like how are you selling DreLee right now?
It's funny you brought that up because the way I did it, I just hit the ground running. I dropped my first EP 2 years ago on my birthday. It was like 5 songs. It was called Made in Florida. So I just dropped it, and I just said whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. You get what I'm saying? I just wanted to like get in there. I just wanted to play. You get what I'm saying? I was just happy to be on the court. That's a quote from Russ's book too, by the way. But
play for the love of the game. Play for the love of the game.
Yeah, facts. And like it just started growing, man. I used one thing I will say that helped me out because I went to school at USF. I have a degree in marketing or whatever. I took a digital marketing class, and I use a lot of stuff that I learned in that class, like search engine optimization, things of that nature. I apply it to my music, and I actually like see my fan base growing. So I'm happy I took that class. It was an elective. I like signed up for it on accident because it was the only class that wasn't at like 8 a.m. So I was just like, let me take this. And it actually became very, very beneficial for me. So I implement a lot of that stuff. I use a lot of sponsored ads. I use a lot of sponsored ads, Google ads, things of that nature. And I try to collaborate with a lot of artists as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to collaborate with a lot of artists as well. And what I'm going to do, I'm taking Russ method. Once I say it, you're going to know what I'm talking about. I'm dropping the album or whatever this year. And after that, in 2021, I'm going to do a song a week.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, sure. Just like because I call it the Russ method because that's what he did. I just want to try that out. And in the background, like, because what I'm doing right now, I'm basically just preparing. You get what I'm saying? And so I can have the songs ready. And in the background, I want to learn how to like mix my own music and things of that nature. Just trying to eliminate cost. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because I still got like, it's still like real life out here too. You get what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
So I'm trying to implement I'm gonna implement the Russ approach. That's what I call it. I'm gonna do a song a week in 2021, but I have the album dropping soon. But
that's
as
awesome.
far as marketing go, I collaborate with a lot of artists so I can tap into their fan base. You get what I'm saying? I collaborate with a lot of artists. I put a lot of money behind advertisements, and I do a lot of music videos, and I just repeat the process, to be honest with you.
Smart. Bro. It's smart, especially the collaborating with other artists because, up and coming artists, they help each other grow, and
definitely.
And I think that's really special as well. I do want to kind of get into a little hot take because I do have, I don't know, there is kind of a stigma with this, but what do you think of the the label? Like, would you label yourself a SoundCloud rapper?
I wouldn't. Nah, you're right. It is a stigma. I find it disrespectful.
Okay.
Like I feel like Lil Pump is a SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah, no, I
Like,
totally agree with you.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think it's all depends on perspective because X blew up off of SoundCloud, and I think X is like one of our legends. You get what I'm saying? But like, to be honest, it all depends on you. But I would consider myself to be like an artist. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
like,
I feel that.
A lot of my music is like melodic, and it's a lot of like rock inspired. So like some people probably wouldn't even call me a rapper for real.
So basically, the title of SoundCloud rapper to you is just disrespectful, and it's used to kind of.
Well, it's usually the context in which it's used.
No,
like,
yeah,
it usually does come off. No, I understand. No, that's a great question because
but it's a lot of some dope SoundCloud rappers though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. Yeah,
Rapper X. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? It's a couple of them. But yeah, it's like the way that they use, like it's like you're in a real rapper.
Didn't Tyler the Creator come from SoundCloud too?
I don't know. I think Tyler was off of YouTube, bro.
It was YouTube.
Yeah, Odd Future. Yeah, it was like Future. A big collective.
Yeah, there's a few of them. Mm-hmm. And it's so funny you brought up that that you switched over to marketing. I remember having that conversation with you. I don't know, what was it like junior year of college, sophomore year?
Yeah, because it used to be sports management, and it was just like. It was like
that same trap, brother.
Well, it's like, what are you gonna do with this? And I was just like, that's a good question, because Ryan asked me that.
This is one of the shout out to Ryan Burt. One of the greatest decisions I ever made to switch to marketing. I never look back. Great, it's a great major. Yeah, man. I'm glad that's being useful to you now.
Definitely.
I mean, I got my piece of paper. I'm sure you do too. I ain't really using it too much right now, but we'll get there.
Same. Same. I wish I can sell it back and get my $30,000 back.
That'd be nice. But
give it back to him. Yeah.
So you talked about the features being something that you've been searching out. Mm-hmm. How's that process been with you landing features, man? I see you got a lot of people. I've looked at, the EPs and the albums. You got a lot of features. Yeah,
I definitely I have a select few that I definitely go to, and like we've actually built a relationship, and like they're like my brothers in real life. You get what I'm saying? And but it just really came from just networking with other artists. I was in a lot of group chats on Twitter full of underground artists, and we all would retweet each other's stuff, and we'd all do that. And like same thing with Instagram. We would try to like trick the Instagram algorithm. It goes off of like likes and comments and stuff. So we used to spam each other's comments and stuff, trying to get to the explore page, trying to make it on there. Yeah. So they really just came from just creating music over these last 2 years. You get what I'm saying? I meet a lot of artists in the studio. Like I meet the artist that's probably a session after mine or before mine. I'll network with them, get their Instagram.
Okay.
My producer, I kind of have a close. I probably got like 5 producers that I go to. I meet a lot of artists through them because we'll have similar producers. They'll send me artists, or they'll send me the artist song that they produced, and I was like, yo, reach out to her for me, see what's good with a collab or something like that. So it just all comes with just networking. And I'm really thankful for social media because naturally I'm an introvert. Like I don't really be out a lot. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But like you can literally do anything on your phone, bro. I met one of my producers I've never met in person, but he produced a whole album for me. I'll just send him a screenshot of the Cash App, and he'll email me the beats, bro. That's how we did it. Yeah, that's how we do it, bro. I've never met him in person. His name
that's crazy. That's dope. Shout out to him. Look, I want to ask you too about. So I listened to this is your latest, if I'm not mistaken, the Made in Florida 3.
Definitely, yeah.
So
how did you feel about it?
I actually liked it, bro. Like for real. My favorite song is Put the Phone Down. So I definitely want to ask you about. Okay, all right. So okay, I need to know about what's up with Jules. Jules, was it
Jules the spicy girl. She's super dope. She lives in Winter Haven, Florida, but she's from New York.
She blessed that track.
She did. Her vocals are dope. We got some other stuff in the tuck too. We got a song called Tiana Trump I'm gonna drop it. I don't know if y'all know who.
Boy.
Yeah, I don't know
Yes.
if I ain't gonna say who that is on the podcast. I know we keep it PG, but we got
man.
one of those coming. And what's
All
crazy, that's my least favorite project, bro. And a lot of people love that project. I felt very, very like, I don't want to say I felt nervous putting it out, but like I thought the feedback would be mixed reviews. I did, but a lot of people liked it because I didn't feel like the way that the project came about. It was like I wanted, when I make a project, I try to use similar producers or all of the same producers, and like I just felt like the vibes of the songs were so different, and like I wanted that, but at the same time I wanted it to be cohesive, and I didn't feel like it was a cohesive project. I felt like it was just 8 good songs. I didn't feel like they really flowed together. Yeah. Like I liked all of the songs, but like I had a hard time placing them. I didn't know which one I had a hard time placing them. I didn't know which ones I wanted to put in order. I was like, I don't know how they'll feel about this one. All in Your Head. A lot of people like that one. I didn't think a lot of people was gonna like it because that's like a very different vibe from what I normally do. Like it's almost like rage rock, but a lot of people liked it, and that I feel like that gave me like the confidence that I needed. Like I was still gonna drop the music, but it just felt good knowing that people received it well, because I was definitely very nervous about it. I was actually gonna it was supposed to drop on my birthday because I was turning 24 and it was gonna be 24 tracks for Kobe. But I felt like 24 tracks would be a lot for like a upcoming artist. Like a lot of people were gonna check out. Like I didn't want to just drop something and it falls on deaf ears. So I gave him a quick 8 for Kobe. I condensed into an EP and I made it 8 tracks for Kobe instead. You feel me?
Yeah. And it's so funny you brought that stuff up because I think that's a lot of things that, I mean, I don't know if KP feels the same way, but when we're talking about musicians that we're fans of and artists who go through putting together albums, and like, you know, these are bodies of work that I'm sure like behind the scenes, there's so much thought that goes into it.
Yeah,
you don't even really think about like whether, you know, placing the track list together or the cover artwork or you know, just setting the melodies, tones, like whatever.
Definitely. Bro.
Yeah, I will say like that your genre of music is not I don't vibe with it, but I will say that your lyrics and the production of your music is very high quality.
I appreciate that, bro.
And I do appreciate, like, you know, you're putting your heart and soul in it, and you can really hear that. So
I appreciate that, bro. That's love.
Like like I said, I mean, like I said, I keep saying I bring it up because like, I don't know, I've known you for so long that it's almost like odd for me to like picture you in this light. It's just like, yo, like this guy's producing.
A lot of people said that too.
Like it's just, I'm happy for you. Like I'm happy that you found solace in something like this and decided to put it out for people.
Hey, also
it's like 50-50 with it. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say, also, thanks for repping 863, bro. Come on. We out here.
I got to, man. I had to put it in the name. It was only right.
Yeah.
And it flows real good. Like DreLee863. That was my Instagram name already. Like forever, since like middle school. My first, like, I was just like, that's gonna be my stage name.
Heck yeah.
That's what's up. And how has the Polk County area been receiving you?
To be honest, I think it comes in like pockets, bro. Like there's the people that support me in Polk County, they support me, but I feel like it could be more. Like there was a point in time where I used to really like, dang, why aren't they like embracing me? Like, what's up? And it was like, I show love to everybody. Like, I'm not a bad person, like da. But like, I learned that like the people that's gonna gravitate towards you and rock with you, they're gonna do it. So like right now, I think Lakeland is probably my 4th listened to city, bro. Tampa's my most streamed city. Okay. And I think that comes from me. I record in Tampa at the Sound Gallery. So I meet a lot of artists in Tampa. I network in Tampa a lot. I went to school in Tampa, so I think that plays a role in it. Fort Lauderdale is my 2nd, but I also used to go to school at Florida Gulf Coast down south when and like a lot of people I met down there are from Broward, Fort Lauderdale, and I know they support me. And Orlando, and then Lakeland is 4th. So I wish I would have a little more local support, but at the same time, man, it's the world is just way bigger than Polk County, Florida. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm not even.
Absolutely.
By the time they'll come around eventually, and if they don't, then they don't. It's other people that love what I do, and like I said, as long as I can just put out a positive message, have fun doing it, and I just feel like that's how I feel about it. But overall, though, to keep it short, I feel like I would wish that the support would be a little bit more, but it is what it is.
In due time, brother. In due time.
For
it'll
real.
happen.
And you touched on it before, but to just to reiterate, I mean, the people that are gonna rock with you are gonna rock with you, and the people that don't, they're gonna just go on and growing your community and your fan base like that. The people that rock with you are gonna, they're gonna support you in everything you do. So creating these very intimate, relationships with the people in your hometown and the people just around our hometown too. It's special because if they like you, they like you. They're not just like, okay, he's all right. It's like, I love this guy's stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And like with the internet, it's like you almost don't even need your hometown almost, because we all from the same place, man. We all from Instagram at this point. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah, it's just, and the beautiful thing about creating stuff. I mean, I consider it beautiful now. This is my perspective, but you could be putting out music, whatever artwork, whatever you're creating, you could be putting it out, and you never really know who's watching, who's supporting you. I mean, some people aren't vocal about it. You never know. Like honestly, like if you're just doing it because you love to do it, and you're doing it at a level where you're progressing, you're getting better. Just like I tell KP, like I tell anybody that I create anything with, it's like, even if they don't tell me that they like it, like I have no idea who's listening. I don't know the exact. I can see the number. I don't know who it is that's listening. I mean, like I've seen, like shout out to Mr. Patterson, who's like our 7th grade teacher.
Yeah,
and,
he's gonna support. He supports
like all of our stuff, and like honestly, bro, that means so much. It's so crazy. I'm like,
he's a great person, man. He's a great person. He comes to a lot. He came to a lot of my brother high school games. He taught my brother too at Lawton Jobs. Yeah,
it's like you just never know who's watching, who's supporting you behind the scenes.
And you never like Cliff said, you never know who's liking your stuff, who's just a like that's not necessarily commenting or being vocal about their support, but they're still dropping that like and they're still dropping that listen or that view.
Definitely, and every single one of them is valuable too.
Yep, exactly.
For sure. Man, wow, this has been really, really good. So far as you put out a lot of music at this point, which I'm happy that you are doing that. You're definitely
probably
putting in your hours.
Yeah, like 8 projects almost, bro.
Yeah. So what's next for DreLee, man? Like, how do you see the future going for you right now with your music?
I'm definitely.
I know you talked about next year, but I mean, like, let's talk about like 5 years, man. What's your goal?
5 years. To be honest, I just want to be able to make music and actually like be comfortable and be able and have financial freedom, bro. It wouldn't bother me if I don't have to be like Drake. You get what I'm saying? I just want to be able to make music and do it at a level enough to where I'm making the world a better place while doing it, putting out a positive message and being able to like reap the fruits of my labor.
Yeah.
Type thing. You get what I'm saying?
Respect.
Like, sure. I don't need I don't have to have the Bugattis and have to have security with me everywhere I go. Like I can't even go nowhere without an entourage and all of that. You get what I'm saying?
Let's be real. Let's be real. Being famous sounds mad trash. Absolute garbage.
Yeah, we just talked about this. We just talked about this last podcast.
Fame is so overrated. It's so overrated. I'd rather just have the mental success.
Yeah, definitely. Part of me, but at the same time, I kind of want the fame a little bit because like I feel like with the fame comes a certain platform. And I feel like as long as you don't misuse your platform, like you can really like that fame and like the respect people have from you can make the world a better place if you do what you're supposed to do with it. You get what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I understand for sure.
That's how I feel about it.
I always joke and say like if I was ever play a sport, because I hate baseball and I know no one watches it. So I was saying like, man, like the perfect thing for me is like, I wish I was like 6'5" and I would just pitch and just sign like a $200 million contract and then just retire. Cause like, you wouldn't know who I am anyways. You wouldn't know, like you would have no idea who I am. and I can live
Exactly.
comfortably in peace and not have to worry about people running up to my dinner table, running up on my
Yeah.
family.
Just want
Like,
pictures and
And
like,
have
yeah, I
it
just can go about my daily life, and
and
you have no idea like who I am.
and having to carry around NDAs with you.
Oh, I'm handing out NDAs all day long. If you step in my home, you're getting an NDA. Believe that. Believe that.
that's crazy, bro.
But I'm so serious.
Yo, I ain't knocking it, bro. I ain't knocking it. I see why you would need one. I get. You said a lot by saying a little bit. I understand. You get what I'm
Oh
saying?
man. All right, man.
So
So
to kind of
let's
get
say, so
off,
you're on.
yeah, to kind
Yeah,
of
go ahead.
get off
Kippy.
the subject of like your music and stuff, to kind of just to get your
Mhm.
perspective on certain things. What is your summary, or how does the internet feel to you right now? Like, what's your hot take on the internet right now?
The internet, man. My hot take on the internet. Oh man, like it's.
Let's
How can I word
break
this?
it down. We can break it down to Twitter. What's your hot take on Twitter?
It's literally a bunch of sheep, man. Honestly, I feel like it's I don't agree with cancel culture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't. Like I said, it's a very toxic place if you're not in the right mental state of mind. It could be very toxic,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I think it's needed. Like that's what I say. I think all of it is a balance, man. But overall, it's destructive. It's destructive. It's very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing with it.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous, but at the same time, it's a very powerful tool. Like with great power kind of comes ability, I guess. So like, I guess it's negative, man. But my hot take, like you have to like be more direct. Like I have some hot takes, but I don't just want to. You get what I'm saying?
All right, so let's throw Cliff
Like
under
I can
the.
talk about Kanye West if you want.
Oh man,
I mean, we can talk about Kanye.
that's a whole nother
100%
podcast
open to
there,
that.
bro.
I'm open. I'm down to talk about whatever.
I mean, I watched a little bit of his what was it? What was that? A press conference, or was that a what
He did
was
something in
that?
South Carolina, which didn't work out.
Yeah,
so well.
what I mean, was that a campaigning
It might have
thing?
been like they labeled it that, I think, like a campaign situation. Everyone, I have friends who are really into this. They're gonna laugh at me. I don't know because I don't follow politics.
Yeah, me
But
neither.
Yeah,
it was
you're
like
not missing nothing, bro.
it's just like, to me, it's just unnecessary stress. It really is.
Yeah, I don't know what that man got going on, man. Oh man, if you really want to know, yeah, you're asking me how I feel about it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I just feel like he has a platform that's big enough to where when he does stuff like that, it can become very divisive and very destructive. And I personally think we got to stop giving clowns a platform.
Oof.
And
right.
I think Kanye West is a clown, man. That stuff that he's doing is, I feel like it's just, I feel like he's using mental health to sell an album like this. He has a long history of like doing something along these lines every time he's trying to sell something, even if it's those shoes, music, whatever, those clothes. Like he's just, and like I can't get behind it, man. He makes crazy comments all the time about slavery and this, that, and the third. And like I said, I do think he's misunderstood to a certain degree. But everyone's saying like, get him help. Like, yo, he's a millionaire. He doesn't want help.
Yeah,
he can get help if he wanted help. And like, so at this point, it's just like, we got to stop giving clowns a platform. I got a close artist friend of mine, and he like loves Kanye West, and I'm trying to explain to him like how I was telling him I feel like he's part of the problem because you support him, and like if he didn't have a platform, this wouldn't be a problem. And if you listen to that album that he dropped, you are part of the problem. And I told another one of my friends, if you go and buy those shoes that he's getting ready to drop, I feel like you're part of the problem too. You get what I'm saying? And I just feel like I feel like that's what it comes down to, man. I just think we gotta watch who we give a platform to. And like I just feel like Kanye West, he doesn't deserve the platform he has. He's very destructive. He says ignorant stuff all the time. It's just nothing positive comes from it. And nothing positive comes from it.
Yeah.
For him, for nobody listening, like I just think it's all around. He just needs to be quiet.
Yeah, it's kind of
like not.
It's hard to argue against that right now.
Yeah.
It really is. All of it. I honestly, I think you're right. I think a lot of, not just Kanye, even a lot more celebrities are very tone deaf right now. and they are misusing spectacles
Yeah.
to
Even Wayne, man, when Wayne said what he said, I was
yeah,
like,
they're
oh my
spewing
goodness.
nonsense.
But like, at least he had a reason. Kanye West is all over the place. Like, granted, I don't agree with the reason. Lil Wayne explained his reason very well. Kanye West one minute he's talking about abortion, the next minute it's Harriet Tubman, the next minute it's just all over the place. He doesn't know what's going on in his head. You get what I'm saying? And like, it's just like, at this point, he got stuff going on with his wife. He started talking about Kim up there. Like, everybody know like what the Kardashians do to people. He's just in a bad spot.
Episode in itself.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kris Jenner. He called her. What was he called? Her Kris Jong Un.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, bro.
I said,
it was
yo, this
crazy.
man. I was like, yo, this man is nuts, bro.
And
So
I
they
think
need
that
to take his phone.
This is the flip side of the internet, because unfortunately, when spectacles like this is made on Twitter or social media
People
platforms,
eat it up.
Am I part of the problem? Like, do I laugh? Am I toxic? Am I part of the toxic issue? Yes,
We all are.
I'm part of it.
Yeah.
Do I wish
think
the
it's
better?
good for people are gonna laugh though. You can't really control that, because I laughed, but at the same time I recognize like, yo,
That's
this
not
is
like,
insane.
it's not okay.
You feel
Like,
me?
it's
This
not
is
okay.
insane.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, this
And
man is crazy.
This is kind of, I'm a Kanye fan, but like I could never really stand behind the spectacles that's made before the album drops and all that stuff. I mean, do I laugh at it? Yes. Do I see how divisive it is? Do I see how it's very tone deaf? And I think a lot of it say like I was saying earlier, some people just they say things, and I don't know where he was thinking mentally, what that statement was supposed to mean, especially about Harriet Tubman.
Yeah.
But like, they're just like they can't communicate well enough to then expound on such a take, and then that's just not okay.
I think we just need to start humanizing these celebrities a little bit more. I feel
Facts.
like because I ask people like, what do you support about Kanye? If you don't agree with this, and that, what do you support? He was like, oh, I like the music. I'm like, yo, the last 5 albums have been trash, like quality wise and numbers wise. He's been on a downward slope. So you can't. It's not the music. The music is decreasing. It's not the music. You're in love with the name Kanye West because of what he's done in the past. You get what I'm saying? But like, that's what I feel. I just feel like we just gotta humanize these people. Like, these people, they're not superheroes, bro.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people, they just, because I had my friend told me like straight to my face, he was like, I understand what you're saying, bro, but I'm still listening to the album because it's Kanye West. Like, he told me that. I was like, so what is it gonna take for him? Like, I was like, so if this isn't enough, like, what does he have to do in order to show you that he was like, bro, I just separate the two, man. I'm a fan of good music. I'm like, there's no way you're a fan of good music because the music sucks. Like, the music is trash. He admitted to recording the album on an iPhone. He said he recorded 70% of the album on an iPhone, bro.
What?
Like, that's how much he cares about his craft right now. That's where his mental space is at. The billionaire Kanye West. Like,
and like, as crazy as it sounds, like hearing you say all that, I have nothing to say back. I have nothing to say back right now. I have nothing to say back. I mean, good and bad music to me is always gonna be subjective. But
yeah, it's gonna be subjective.
But everything you're saying about how he has decided to pick his communication style, the way that he is leveraging his platform, I can't say that I'm a fan of it. I mean, to each his own, but I
would feel different about it if I felt like, but I feel like Kanye West knows what he's doing because it is a repeat pattern. Like, I don't think he's as crazy as he comes off to be. I think it's all a big grandiose marketing scheme, bro. And like, I can't get behind that, like, just to sell some, especially when you're already rich. Like, you don't have to be doing this. Like, you don't have to. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's no need for this at this point in your life.
All right. Well, let me ask you one last question about the future DreLee863. Who is your dream feature? I mean, I know you talked about Lil Wayne, and I'm sure there's other artists that you would love to have a record with. Maybe Sonic. I'm not sure. Who is your one? Like, if you could get this one feature, like, you just know you'd make the best song with him or her.
Just one? Can I do like a boy and a girl?
Yeah, go ahead. You good? You do that.
Well, I feel like Wayne is the obvious answer, so let me dig a little deeper. Outside of Wayne, Kodak, probably Kodak Black.
Okay.
All right.
Kodak Black. I like cause he's from Florida and like I just feel like he really like paints pictures when he raps. You get what I'm saying? Like it's very, even if you can't relate to what he's like, if you listen to his music, like you will feel like you was right there next to him and what he's talking about. Like he paints the picture real well and he's a dope artist. He's super talented. If he can stay out of jail, he's probably been in jail more than he's been out to make music, and he is still doing very, very well. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, and he's from Florida, so I
love how hard you rep your home state. I love that. I really
yeah, I'm repping Florida all the way, man. I was just arguing with somebody from Philly, and I was telling them like, yo, you can't.
First mistake.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I understand everything you're saying, bro, but I was like, you're not gonna just sit here and talk about Lil Pump in my face, bro. Like, granted, I think Lil Pump is horrible, but nobody outside of Florida, I'm not gonna tell that to you. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, yo, like he from Florida, bro. So I'm around with Lil Pump. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm really arguing with this man. He telling me about Meek Mill, and I'm like, yo, Meek Mill don't have one record that got as many streams as Gucci Gang, bro. Like, what do you mean? Like, you get what I'm saying? He doesn't have one.
I love it.
Oh,
Pump has
yeah.
1 billion streams, 1 billion on YouTube. It's only like 5 artists that got that, bro.
All right, so who's
You
the
get what I'm
female?
saying? The female, I am going to go with Nicki Minaj is another obvious answer too, because like I'm Young Money, Wayne, Drake, and Nicki is, you get what I'm saying? But I go with Summer Walker. I'll go with Summer Walker. She's super dope.
Right.
For sure. That'd be
She's super dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Kodak and Summer Walker for sure.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Okay, I like that. I like those answers. Okay, I'm with that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Dre. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you. And I know
Definitely,
there's plenty more stories to tell, and we will definitely have you back on to tell those. But
definitely, bro. I appreciate y'all having me, bro. Keep going with y'all podcast, bro. Like I said, don't get caught up in like the numbers and the views and stuff. Like I said, y'all know why y'all doing it. Y'all have a vision. You get what I'm saying? And like, just keep doing what you're doing, bro, because like we need more people like you, like me. You get what I'm saying? So just keep pushing with it, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Appreciate those words,
right
bro.
back at
Appreciate
you. Keep spreading positivity, because I love that.
Definitely, bro.
And create.
Yep.
Keep creating, please.
Definitely. Shoot, man. R.I.P. Kobe.
For sure.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys later.
Definitely. Y'all boys stay safe, man.
All right. You too.
All right, bro.
Peace.